So, I'm curious, is it normal to have what looks like a full-blown crush on yarn? Hi and welcome or welcome back to my channel Fibers en Folie. This is now my third challenge that I'm starting now, which, okay, if you saw my first question, it came out because, I don't know, I saw this yarn because I was browsing and I saw it and I just could not stop thinking about it. And I was like, I need this yarn. I want to make something with this yarn. This is my yarn. I have to have that yarn. Like nearly, the butterflies in my stomach. Should I be worried? Anyway. So what I did is I just got the yarn. And they had 3 kinds left. So I just got the 3 of them at that point. They have replenished since then, but I got the 3 they had. And I figured that 3 might not be good to do something big like a sweater or something. So I got another color and I started to look for patterns. But let's first look at said yarn. Alright, so here it is in front of me. Okay, this is this yarn. This is so let me tell you exactly. This is a superwash merino wool. This is by Fiber Spirits Vivacious. I got it on the Ravelry, and I saw this and I was like, I need to make something with this. This is my colors, and so this is Saturn playing if you hear anything. I got the 3 and this is my colors, I think. I mean, at least I really like this color. And so, but this is fingering size, so it's small, right? Which might not be the greatest idea to use for my first bigger project, knitting. But I just really needed this specific yarn, as you understood. So yeah, I went on a hunt for a pattern where I think those 3 could work, maybe with an addition of another color, and I found this pattern. I actually think this is a good one. I mean, it looks like it's rather straightforward. It's just stockinette mostly, I think. But so as you can see on the pattern, I have 2 colors on it. So I got obviously this one, and I got one that I thought would do pretty well with it, and this is this color. So this one is a peacock color. This one is the same, but the color is heavenly. So I figured the main color will obviously be this one, and then I will do the lighter color with this one, which I think they're actually quite good together. So I am gonna attempt to do this. I am actually super excited. I love this color. I don't know why, it's stimulating me. But I really love this color. I have never ever made a sweater knitting in rounds. So this is an adventure. I've never knitted in rounds, so I'm gonna discover this on this project with my very precious yarn. So hopefully it's gonna work out. So here it is, the first one. And the first step was to make that hang into a ball that is usable. So I'm definitely gonna look into that umbrella thing and a bobbin kind of winder where it would be much faster. But the first one is done. Can use it to at least start this sample. So I'm gonna make this sample and see how far I am from the gauge that they gave. Hopefully we're on track. Guys, okay, I have done the little sample and here it is. It's actually matching her gauge, so that's great. I did it on a US 4 needles, straight needles, because they're just simple, which is a 3.5 millimeters. And can we see how gorgeous that is? I am so excited. I love it. So looks like the kids are playing. So looks like I'm ready to go. Now the challenge starts, because again, I have never ever knitted in rounds. So let's make it. So I started very little of the sweater by the top, and so one thing for somebody else who would start for the first round like I am, one thing, I had to start it again because I was twisted. So when you cast all of your stitches and you are gonna join it for the first round, first make sure you're not twisted, because I realized that after 3 or 4 rounds and I had to completely take it out. So one thing, make sure to check that you're not twisted. Also, I'm using the magic loop technique, and I actually am using the traveling magic loop technique. That is supposed to help to avoid like that enlarged stitch at the joint. Like, you know, here you would see like it's being stretched. So that one is moving regularly, so that's not too bad. It won't stay, but the first one might be repetitive. And so I'm just gonna show you what I'm doing. And so basically, so if you know the magic loop, you have your 2 points on the right, you have your loop on the left, and then you have the working yarn on the back. Okay, and so the way you would do the magic loop usually is that you take out the back one and then you're gonna come back here. The way for the traveling one, let me put it back where it was. And so for the traveling one, instead of completely taking out that one, you just get it up like here, right? 4 or 5 stitches before starting. And so what it does is that now you can actually do your first stitch with the regular tension instead of stretching heavily that one stitch. And I actually find that it makes it easier, because in the magic loop, that first stitch was like super difficult to do, while here, see, I'm going and there's nothing really specific about it. So I need to get it out. And see, now I have a regular tension in between those two. Granted that if you see, I had a stretched one before because I did not do that from the beginning. But let me show you the whole round. So you have this, you need your marker, obviously. Make sure you put your marker at the beginning of your round. And then let's knit all of the, it's a bit difficult with the camera, but I'm gonna stitch everything until the loop on the left here. So let's see. All right, and so I'm at the end of this, and I haven't fully finished my round yet, because if you remember, we had 5 stitches that we split around, right? But that's okay, you still keep going from there. Obviously, make sure to have your marker But I'm gonna do the same thing. So we're gonna do this, and as you can see, it's not always pleating at the same spot, so that should help to not have that stretched. Oops, I did not put this back there. I forgot to push my needle back in. Okay, let's for now focus on that one. Okay. And then we're gonna get our needle here. And then we can finish our round. And there we are. Oop. And I have one more round of this, so I'm just gonna keep going like this. But overall, I think that's a great technique. So far it's working, we'll see. I don't expect this first round sweater to be perfect in any shape or form. So, but look, I think it's looking sweet so far. Let's see. Look at this. All right, I finished the yoke. Obviously it's all scrunched on the cable, but I like it so far. It does look like the top. I really like the color. Usually, I feel like when you work on a project for a while, you kind of get tired of the color. So far, this is not happening. So, all right, I'm gonna separate the sleeves and the body now. Ooh, exciting. So I got this stitch wire from Amazon to separate the sleeves. So, let's see. Yay, look at that. Separated. So that thing is awesome. Basically I just, because look, it's oh, okay, where are you? Here. Okay. So here, like you can see that it's an open thing, and so basically I just put it at the end of the needle here. I just plug it in like this, and I just slid the stitches on it. So I recommend. That's good. And it comes with these little things that are stopping, making sure it's not gonna slip out. So perfect. And so we're here, and I have 5 rounds left before I do the first color change. But we have a problem technically because that's my other color, but as you can see, it's still not winded. So if you remember, well, for you it's not long ago, but the first one I did make it into a ball manually. For that second one I got this, so a Swift and a bobbin winder, a yarn. So there's a ball winder, Swift, and an instruction manual. cute little kitten that seems a lot like AI. So I'm gonna try that for that new color because we're gonna need to change it soon, and so let's hope that I find how it works. All right, so here is, I have the swift here and I have the bobbin or the kick winder, however, the ball winder here. So let's try to figure it out. So the way I did it is we need to untie it. All right. So here it is. I'm just trying to make it kind of flat. Okay, we have several ties. I'm not seeing exactly what you're seeing. Hopefully you're seeing what I'm doing. Just sketching. So that probably is the beginning and end, and the other one are just tying. All right, so we're gonna try to do some of this. All right, so not fully open. Eventually I would like to buy one that is like the wood, you know, beautiful ones, but we're not there yet. Okay. All right. Let's try. So see here, it kind of turned. All right, and so we're gonna open it more. All right, so that it is kind of open. All right, it seems, ooh, that's nice that it's turning like that. Okay, so that would be my beginning, I think. All right, so now we need to remove those little ties. So let's do that. Well, we'll see. If I cut it, I'll have two cakes instead of one. I think I got it all. So now I think this one, no. This one seems like a good turning. So I go it through here. And then here. And then we are winding. Okay, let's see how we're doing. Ooh, that's so much faster. That's cool. I think I'm gonna have a problem because I have too many ends. At worst, I'll have just a smaller cake and then a second one, but look at that. Wow, that's beautiful. Okay, so we need to take that little middle one here. I'm gonna keep it here because that's where we're gonna pull it from. Ooh, wow. Okay, I love this. Look at that. Oh, that's so much faster. So we have that little one because I cut too many too many times. So I still need to figure that out. But it's awesome. Love it. All right, I'm about to start my first color change now that we have the white color, and sorry for the noise outside. But I wanted to show you, now I have like nearly a leaderboard of counting rows because we're changing now colors every 8 and we're currently at 6. So this one is gonna count when we change colors. I'm gonna put it back to 0. And so we're gonna switch color.
This one is counting when we do an increase for the A shape. And so this one stays on 6 because it's at 15th. So this one is going to go up to 15th before it resets. And this one is counting the cable pattern that is on the arm on the side. And so this one is also on 8, which would be the same as a color change, except that this one is as 6 is not gonna be a reset right now. So we still have 2 to go to finish the pattern. And so this is 8, but this is not the same 8 as a change of color. So hopefully that makes sense. So colors, increase, cable pattern. We can do it. Definitely very useful to have those. Making progress under good supervision.
So I went on going, and overall I think I really like run knitting. I think it is definitely much faster, because when you do panels you have to do all the panels and then all the sleeves and then put it all together. Really, at least here you're kind of doing all at once. The counters were amazingly helpful. Definitely recommend if you're trying anything like this, because I had those 3 and I definitely needed the 3. Just at the beginning, when you do increases also, even if you have the markers, just count your stitches, because I had to re-add some. And see, my cat from my previous video was useful because I could re-add discreetly with the knit front and back that I learned in the cat, so very useful. And one last thing is, if you do a yarn over with a marker, make sure your marker is on the right side of said yarn over, because that did mess me up several times. But overall, ongoing and happy. So here we are. That's the end of the video. I did not fully complete my project, but I actually did most of it. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? I mean, obviously, if you like those colors. But I did the whole yoke, the whole body, and really I just miss the hem at the end. So only the hem at the end, and then finishing the sleeves that are short, so that should be rather fast. But I needed to finish the video, and that's also a good, a good gauge, I want to say. I think mostly because I did invest quite some time on this. I think it's also very thin yarn, as I mentioned. This is fingering size, so it takes forever. And so with a bigger yarn, I think I would have done it. And so I need to think through, should I make a smaller project that I can fully complete, and then having a bigger one on a background that might take a bit longer than the 1 month, because I don't know about you, but a month is short. I mean, I'm sure there are people who would do this in like 2 days, if even, but that's not me. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who are also struggling to find the time. So how would you, like, if you do those creative projects, how do you set up your time to actually keep progressing and keep actually doing it? Because it feels like life just takes over, and I did dedicate a lot of time on this, but it's and I'm not even the person who has the most constraints. So yeah, I'm definitely interested to see how other people are managing this. I'm very happy with this. Again, I would recommend run knitting if you've never tried it. It's definitely faster. But I'm gonna finish it. I will show you the end result in my next video, and I hope you liked it. It's a lot of learning. It's a lot of fun. I'm actually quite proud that I could manage to do mostly, I mean, it's looking mostly good, right? Not perfect as usual, but that's okay. I'm not looking for perfection. So I hope that you liked that video. Let me know what you think about this and how you would organize your time to actually complete this. But thank you for being here, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you.